Good evening and welcome to Choice 93.3 FM. It's a lovely Monday evening, and of course, I want to welcome you to the program. Yes, you can with Victor Dave Okita, and I'm so glad, I'm so pleased to have you listen to me once again this evening. We are going to be discussing some very, very vital and very, very important things today. Today, I'm talking about investing in people. One time we talked about investing in yourself, but today I'm talking about investing in people. What does it mean to invest in people? It means pouring yourself into people. It means putting valuable time, resources, information, and energy into building others. In life, we do not exist for ourselves. We exist for others. We exist to make the world a better place for people. We exist to make life better than we met it. We exist to be the reason why someone should smile. We exist to be the reason why someone's tears should be wiped away. We exist to put a lot of springs to people's steps. We are not here for ourselves, and that's why the concept of me and my family, me and myself, is one of the worst concepts that human beings have ever bought into. And that's why we tell people, when you think about life, think beyond yourself. Think about the many millions and billions of people around the world who need what you have and whom you can help to become what they should become. One of the greatest investments you can make in life is investment in people. If you do not invest in people, you are just wasting a lot of time, because the greatest investment that will pay over time is that which you make in people. Now, I want to say to you this evening that if you are investing in buildings, investing in businesses, which is not bad, and should be a platform for building people too, investing in furnitures, accessories, gadgets, cars, lands, these are good things. But I want to tell you that in the later on, none of this investment will ever pay off like the investment you make in people. And that's why we said that you've got to put valuable time, resources, information, and energy into building others and making life better for them than you met them. Like I said, that the greatest investment you can make is the one you do into yourself, and especially into people. Let me tell you this: when you invest in people, you multiply your power to do more. Did you know that? People complain that they are not able to help themselves. They cannot get a lot of things done. But you see, if only you can do what you do, that is a lot of stress. But if I've got 10 people who can do exactly what you can do, which is investment, in other words, you've been able to multiply yourself and multiply the power to do more in those people, then you'll be able to do so much more in a short time. I'm an organist. I play keyboard, I play musical equipment. Growing up, in learning these things, I used to have people who, if you go to them to show you some things, they say they give you one excuse to the other until they don't show you. Don't believe that if they are good enough and they can do very well and everybody is applauding them, then they are real genius. That's not true. You're poor, because money that is in your hand is not money. It's so invaluable. It has to leave your hand and go multiply in the hands of it has to go and multiply in people and in things. That is when it is wealth. It's the same with knowledge. If you are the only one that knows something, that's not true knowledge, and that's a poor mindset. It is the knowledge that leaves you and is multiplied in people and multiplied through time. That is real knowledge. So if you are the only one that can do something, you're weak. You're not strong. It doesn't mean you're a genius. It just means you are too insecure. You don't believe that others should be able to do the same thing that you know how to do. That is why my greatest joy is to teach, not just on air. I teach everywhere. When I have the opportunity, I have to do it with all my heart. Because if I know what I know and you don't know what you are supposed to know because of what I know, I'm a poor man. So poverty is the inability to transmit ideas that work. That's one of the definitions of poverty. We have all tied poverty to money, but there's also the poverty of the mind. And that's the greatest. That is actually where all of that poverties are bedded from. One of the mother strings of poverty is the poverty of the mind. When you have inability to respond to ideas, process ideas, your inability to multiply ideas, you're a poor man. And so, you see, when you invest in people, you multiply your power to do more. Now, you see, why is that important? When you invest in people, you save others from living below their best. Some of you are entrepreneurs, you're listening to me, you do businesses and all of that. Did you know that if you have access to someone who knows much more about the business you're doing, you will be able to live far below that level you're living in with your business? So when someone finds you and pour himself into you, he is saving you from living below your best, because you're a powerful person. You haven't discovered all you can do yet, and all you think you can do is not all you can do. There's so much more you can do if you have access to someone who will pour himself into you. Now, you may not be able to meet everybody physically who needs to pour themselves into you, but you can access them through their programs. You can access them through personal contact, like very rare for some people, but then you can access them through their books, through their audio programs, through their video programs, through their television programs, their radio programs. You can access these people. And you know what? When you have access, they have saved you from living below your best. So when you pour yourself, and that's why it has to be you, because we're talking about you doing something to others to make them far better than you met them. And that's success. Success is influencing the world to think like you and aspire to your inspirations. You've got to get the whole world to think like you, because your ideas are working. You believe that your ideas can help them, so you do that. And I'm saying to you this evening, you can pour yourself into others. You know, when you pour yourself into others, you're helping people to maximize their potentials. Like I just said, there's so much in people. I think the greatest lock of wealth is in human beings. When I say a human being who is willing to become his or her best, you know what I say to myself? I found treasure. I found greatness. If I can meet one person who is willing to become himself, the best of himself, he's like an arrow. He's like a machine gun, a general purpose machine gun. He can do so much. It's the greatest of wealth deposit is in human hearts. Not in the oil fields, not in the gold deposits around the world. Not in the banks. Actually, it's what people take to banks that builds banks. Yes. And so you help people maximize their potentials and to fulfill their purpose. You know, every one of us came into this world for a reason. When I pour myself into you, I help you discover that reason and for you to fulfill the reason why you came. None of us is a biological accident. Things may happen to challenge our purposes, but then we can always win and win all the time. You know, one of the reasons why I believe in building people is that when you build a person, you are building a family. When you build a person, you are building a community. You are building a nation. And of course, you are building the whole world. I believe so much in building and building and building. I wouldn't like to build a house of $10 million. I like to build people that are worth $10 million. I don't like to buy a car that is worth $10 million. I like to build people that are worth $10 million. There is no great achievement in wearing a suit of $1 million, but I think it's great achievement if you can inspire someone to produce a suit that is worth $10 million. I don't think it is greatness if you're the only one that knows what you know. I believe it's greatness when there are many people that know what you know because you decided to teach what you know. I don't believe it's greatness when you have gone to the best schools and you come home, intimidate people with circumstances, intimidate people with what you think you know. I believe it's greatness when you go to the best schools, you come out and you pull out whatever it is you have known in people. I don't believe it's greatness when you own chains of businesses and nobody has been empowered to start businesses of their own because of you. Nobody has been trained by you to be able to manage their own businesses. I believe it's greatness when you have a business and you train many more others to start chains of businesses. That's what we are saying. When you build a person, you are not just building a human being, you are building a community, a nation, you're building a family, you're building the whole world at large. Bill Gates was mentored by people. He has affected the whole. I think the people who inspired him the most thought they were building one man. They never thought they were building multi-billion corporation. Frank Edwards is a successful music artist. When he was receiving tutorship and he's still undergoing training, because training doesn't end, I'm sure he never saw himself thinking that he will affect millions of people like he's doing today. But when people were pouring themselves in him, when his pastor was pouring himself into him and teaching him the principles of life and success, and he was subjecting himself to this training, that man was building nations, building lives. I have never met him personally, but he's blessed me with many of his songs. The manager of Trinity 93.3 FM has done so much to maintain success at this level. While he was undergoing training and receiving inspiration from the people who had inspired him, those people may never have thought that one day he'll be able to manage a firm like this that can speak to thousands and thousands of people. But he's been successful at managing us. I have a question to ask you. Who are you pouring yourself into? What are you doing today that will account for a greater tomorrow in the lives of others? I never counted the waste of time if I can spend 1,000,000 hours with people, just talking to them and helping them see the what best way to go. But I think it's a waste of time to go for a party and dance all night long, drinking and all of that is a waste of time. It doesn't amount to anything except for what it doesn't amount to. Now, let me try to round up this with this. When you think about building people, I'm also sure you'll be thinking about how to build people. So let me briefly tell you how to build people. Well, let me tell you, this is very simple. Go out of your way to help people achieve their dreams. Personalize people's dreams. When you meet someone and the person tells you, my vision is to be an actor or an actress who will influence the minds of people with positive things, say, wow. And then you say, I'm going to do something about it. And then you do something. You go out of your way. It may not have been part of your plan, but go out. You meet someone who said, my vision is to own the school and train young people in those schools to become influencers of their environment. Say, wow, I'm going to support you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to do something. I'll go out of my way. Now, how do you go out of your way? Number one, you're going to train them. You're going to provide knowledge. You're going to provide an enabling environment like schools or organizations for human development and the likes of them. So I value people who own schools and attach purpose to their schools, not for the sake of opening and earning money. I think if you want to open a school, you should think about the fact that you're going to have opportunity to meet people and influence them positively. I never forget my principal, Reverend Father Angus Fraser, CSSP MFR. He is of blessed memory and I want to be with the Lord some time back. When I look at all he's been able to do with Mountain Gabriel Secondary School over these years, and over the years he was a principal, I'm so glad he came to Nigeria. Indeed, we are all products. Millions and millions of people have benefited from his input in the thousands of people that have passed through his hands over the years. When you own a school, make it an enabling environment for the future that you live in, that you want to create. That's why I'm saying you should also provide resources like money and machineries. Why don't you own an establishment like a studio where people can come and record their songs, maybe at a cheaper rate and at great quality, and take up people who want to pour out into their worlds and build an enabling environment. If you have a car that is worth $10 million or 10 million naira, go and sell it. Buy the one for 5 million naira and use the 5 million naira to establish something through which people will be built. And I want to round up that you've got to take time to counsel and teach people. I call that mentor people in the direction of their. Thank you so much for listening to me on this program. And like it's because it's bilingual, we have to stop here. Like I told you, you've got to pour out yourself into people. You've got to put valuable time, resources, information, and energy into building others, because the greatest investment in life is the one that you put into people and into yourself. When you invest in yourself, remember, you multiply your power to do more. You save others from living below their best. You help people maximize their potentials and to fulfill their purpose. And when you build a person, remember, you're building a family, a community, a nation, and the world at large. And if you provide knowledge, for example, I want to thank Honorable Blessed Emmanuel on JP for the leadership symposia, the birthday symposium he organized, where Professor Yudi Ikoni came in, and architecture Kivan came in, and he himself, he was present. I learned he distributed hundreds of books. Many books were distributed, and of course 1,000 books were distributed in that program. I personally met about 21 copies of those books. I have had access to 21 copies of those books, and I can thank him. I think that's something everyone should think about doing. Remember, the greatest investment you can make in life is the one you make in people. My name